Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I think this is my fourth video on Real Talk and it has been wonderful, and I'd like to give a shout out to those people who really have given me their reviews, they've given me the encouragement, and through various platforms really, especially WhatsApp and Facebook. I have some love there, and Instagram. Thank you so much, and really, and also I'd like to thank the people who are reviewing this and telling me what not to do and what to do more. It's really helpful. It's really wonderful. Keep them coming. Like I said, this is just a new baby. I've been pregnant with this, and now the baby has come. And obviously when a baby has come, there are those close relatives of yours that really come and just check out the baby and just leave after that, because they've seen what the pregnancy was all about. And there are some people who just hang around. They help you through this experience so that it becomes a bit easy. Thank you for your support. And there are those who give gifts along the journey, and that I would say are the reviewers of this. If you have reviewed, it's a gift to me, so thank you so much, and I'll take that advice and I'll see what to do with it. I might take it and to use and I might reject it. It doesn't mean I don't have love for you. I do have love for you. Sometimes I have to do me. And an amazing review or advice from a friend, a very close friend of mine, just told me that I have to lose this artificial stuff, the hair, the makeup, and I'm beautiful as I am, which I agree. But I told you, as a woman, sometimes you do these things just to boost you and your morale, and just to experiment and see if it really suits you. And I must say thank you. Keep them coming. It's your opinion, and like I said, I might take it, I might not take it, but don't be sad, okay? Just keep them coming. And I also had an interesting review, and I'm going to talk about that one in a minute or in a few seconds, because that person really touched me where some insecurities that I have, and I'm going to share with you this. So they were saying that, okay, the program is great and all. Sorry about this if you are listening, but I just have to take it out there. They were just telling me that this thing is really great. I mean, these videos and what I've started on this project is really great, and she feels, or they feel, that the use of the Queen's language, it's a bit limiting to me, which is really true. I mean, I'm not good at that at all, and I think my Setswana would be better. But I just told them that it's not only for Botswana. This thing is meant to go worldwide. So what better language to use than the English? So what you have to concentrate on is the content, because you're going to get more insight on the content. Forget about my accent and the fact that at times I just pause uncomfortably well because I'm looking for a word in my head. I am not that good, I must admit. Like I told you, I am straight from the government schools, and worst of all, when I started my schooling, it was back then when my mom was a teacher. She was found herself working in rural areas, and because she didn't want us to be raised by another person and in cities, just for me to get that kind of good schools or English medium or private schools, she wanted to raise me herself. So she felt that she had to take me wherever she went, which I really respect. And I do that as well with my kids. I take them wherever I am, no matter what. I know something's gotta give, like she knew something's gotta give. Like my command in English, as you can see, is not that good, but make sure of it, because she was a teacher and I was a bit gifted, so it wasn't a bad thing. In fact, I thought all my life when I was a kid, I thought I was a genius. I thought I was the most brilliant thing that has ever happened in this world, simply because when she moved from one village to another, being that teacher, the minute I entered into a school, I took position 1. I'm not trying to boast here. I think it's because I was from in a background that was a bit advantaged, so unlike the other kids who would study in the dark and all sorts of things, it can be a daunting experience. So I found myself being in this position once, and at times when I just a few, I think, instances, because I've moved to schools I think 7 times or so, yes, or 5 to 7 times, I can't remember now. Yeah, so in all the 7 times, it meant that the exams were about 3, term 1, term 2, term 3. I think when I started in a particular school, one particular school, the first term I started, I got position 2, and the second term I went to my position. So I thought I was a really brilliant child, and I thought my command in English was really brilliant up until I was forced to move, or to just grow and move to a city in pursuit of my education, obviously. So I had to go for a higher school, Form 4 and Form 5. I did Form 3 in a junior school, and then a senior school, Form 4, Form 5. Then I realized that there are actually people who are clever than me. So even though I wasn't below average, I was above average, but it was something that I had to deal with as a child. Or there are actually people who are clever than you, girl. So it woke me up a bit. And also the fact that I realized that this English wasn't really the twang that they used in the cities. But I stuck to this because it felt comfortable, and I didn't have to struggle to think of the word, and also to think of the sound, the way it's gonna sound when it comes out of the accent. So I limited myself to just thinking of the words that can come through. So in the process, some of my peers really, during that time, they learned how to twang, to roll their tongues, and they're like, which is good. I mean, like, if you are young now and you have that opportunity to do that, I urge you to do it, because it might come in handy in the near future, because some of you might be required, or you might take up careers in broadcasting news, I mean, people want to hear that. So by all means, do learn if you have time. I'll also learn if I have time, but as for now, I'll stick to this. Ne? So it's one of those things. So I was thinking, it got me really thinking, because she caught me, or she touched the thing that I'm really insecure about. At times when I'm supposed to say stuff in public, I'm thinking, this is going to sound really bad, and then I keep quiet. So it means that I'm closing some doors for myself because of this thing. So if I have to improve on it, I'll improve on it. But happy, in a way, the most positive thing about this is that it's a weakness in me. This weakness, it humbles me. So there's a Bible verse that talks about this. I read the Bible, but I'm not that good at it. I mean, there are some people who are really good at this thing, They'll tell you from the book of this chapter what it says, exactly what it says. I can't do that. But it shows that it's some level of commitment. They've taken this book of life that gives you a direction, and they've internalized it, and they know it so well. It's some level of commitment. And if their journey is about faith, I think they are going to grow in faith tremendously. So this book of life, because at times I do read it, I try to read it as much as possible. So there is this book of Sirach, and recently I've seen some verses in Proverbs. Those two books, they really give good advice, and things like advice on friends, what to look out for, and some people are just there to just use you. Should be careful. And it's a really good manual. You should get it, and if you are not into faith, just get it and read it, and it will guide you. Maybe eventually you will become a Christian, and if not, just take it, just to make sure that you're to craft your life in a way that it's acceptable. So this book was saying, this chapter or verse that I've read, I don't know if it's from let me not say, but I think it was talking about Paul. But Paul had a certain thing inside him that wasn't sitting well with him, and it was bothering him so much. But I think it's a disease, and that thing, it was putting there by God, so that it humbles him, so that you know who God is. You don't forget. And there are people that I know, and that I know that people out there, some people I know, some people I don't, that are struggling with a lot of things. Some are struggling with some disease that is in there, and it just humbles you to laugh about other things. And some people are just struggling with their body, like facial appearance or body shapes and the like. Yes, those things are there to humble you, so that you don't grow a big head or something like that. Some people have such a bad tongue. When they start talking, other people just run away. So imagine those people in a very formal setting, and they want to say something. Actually, if they know that they have that weakness, they keep quiet. At times it helps. So it humbles you. So what humbles me? I've got a lot of things that humble me, and one of them is the Queen's language. It really humbles me, but it will not make me reach my goals. Okay, it won't. So some people are just living with good diabetes, high blood pressure, all kinds of diseases, and you have got a perfect thing, but you know that your mind is not working well. When you start speaking, you have a squeaky voice or a deep voice. Some people are short, are tall. There's no one who is perfect, and the only person who has been perfect, who has walked this world, has always been Jesus. He has been perfect. Yeah, so